Do you want to intro it, or do you want me to intro it? We can...
No.
Okay. Hello, it is me. Welcome to...
A little short form show we want to do, where we just
small
kind of... We'll just throw out a topic and just talk about it.
Yeah.
And Chuck, what is today's topic?
Was that the intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
That's the one. One
okay.
take Jake.
One take Jake.
That's you.
That's
You're
me.
One take Jake.
Shit, dude. We did it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Okay. Welcome to the show where we talk about things, and then that's it.
That's
okay.
it. We just picked one little topic. And I don't even think that these necessarily have to be like anime related.
No,
but
no. This is going to be whatever the fuck
related.
we feel like it, because the three A-Weebros channel, it's a playground. We do whatever we want, really.
Also, you might be noticing that one handsome caramel friend is not here at the moment, because we're recording this because he's going to be in Peru for a while.
Yeah.
And
he's a boy.
We wanted a couple videos to go out while he's...
Yeah, I think we're still going to have podcasts being released, but we want to try out some other things, other content on the YouTube channel especially. This is going to be a completely different thing from all the podcasts and everything like that. This is going to be a YouTube only type of show, just because, if you want to listen to our voices, why would you? But it's going to be here for your enjoyment.
Shit, I just realized I have not been as negative as I usually am. Yeah,
you gotta change that.
I need to get into my evil Garbalax zone where I'm just like.
Yeah. Well, today we're actually going to be talking about something that is anime related, and it's going to be what anime we think should have like a sequel, because there's a lot of shows
that need a new season or something.
Yeah, there's like a lot of shows that you're like, damn, dude, is there another season? And
you're like, oh no,
oh my god.
Or like when I was watching fucking Konosuba that you recommended to me, and I got up to like I finished like all the ones that were up, and I was like, man, all right, cool, let's watch the next season. I was like,
no.
And I immediately DM'd you, and I was like, how dare you?
I'm sorry, like it's an epidemic.
Me.
Why did you believe me? So we have a couple of shows that we have like listed up, and we each have our own. There's some shows that I haven't watched that I know he's watched, and he's watched that I haven't. So it's going to be a little back and forth with stuff that we do know. So Garb, do you want to start out with the first one?
So I wanted to throw out one that I think doesn't deserve a new season, but not because it's bad, but I want to say like why we think it's good on its own. And you mentioned Kill la Kill, which is like my favorite, but one of my other favorites, what the fuck's Nichijou?
The one that I told you about, right? Wasn't that the one?
You said that, and I thought that'd be interesting to talk about first.
Yeah.
Because like I love Nichijou. I'm sure if you like see me on social media anywhere, like a lot of the times I have a Sakamoto profile pic, or like if I'm in the comment section on the three A-Weebros channel. Cat,
that's him?
What the fuck are you doing?
Stop it, Cat. You're not Sakamoto.
She sure thinks she is. I regret not getting her, because she's a black tuxedo cat. I really regret not getting her a little black scarf like Sakamoto.
You should still get one. That's awesome. But
I should.
So like actually talking about the anime itself, it is
perfection.
The show itself is a comedy-based anime, which is very enjoyable to watch. It has a more physical animation aspect of comedy, not as much vocal. It's more of a visual thing, which is
it's
phenomenal.
All exaggerated stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
Like whenever like someone gets bitten, they like scream and like lasers shoot out of their mouth.
Yeah,
and shit. It's so stupid. It's amazing.
Cut through the planets that have lined up.
Yeah,
but it's so good that like, especially with a lot of other shows like we said before, Kill la Kill and stuff like that, it's so good you don't want to touch it. Like anything else would soil it. So
yeah, or like the Kill la Kill OVA.
No, don't talk about that.
You haven't seen the OVA?
No,
but
I haven't.
I have, and it's terrible, and I hate it. And Kill la Kill's probably my favorite anime. And the OVA is garbage. Don't even bother.
But and there's just that's why we're not going to talk about a couple of these shows that you might be like, damn, dude, why didn't they talk about blank? And we're like, because we don't care about it. Just kidding. It's just that, like, a lot of shows are shows like Mob Psycho 100, which I know Garb hasn't seen, is so good on its own that, like, anything to touch it would mess it up, because it, like, the story finishes and it's all wrapped up really nicely. So why would you touch it? And are you looking for Are you looking for a show that you do want to have?
What about
one?
K-On? Do you think the K-On would?
Don't touch it.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing.
They went off to college. There's nothing that they need to tell more, unless they like.
What about JoJo Part 5?
Well, see, I wasn't gonna talk about that because that's.
I wanted to bring it up mostly because you said you didn't want to.
I know. It's just that it's most likely gonna happen, and I don't need to like put my hopes up for something that, like, I know it's gonna happen eventually, especially Part 5, which is
taking forever to announce that they're doing it.
But would you rather have a good anime that takes a little bit longer to take, or a fucking chilled out anime that's bad? Checkmate. Okay. So now that we got our JoJo reference out, let's talk about shows that we actually think are deserving of a sequel / second season.
So go ahead.
The first on my list, which is actually something that we might have just watched or are going to watch very soon, depending on when this goes up, is Kimono Friends, which I know Garv has a disdain for, which you've probably
I actually picked that
heard
episode, so like we haven't recorded that episode yet. We're recording this like way ahead of time, but like I am going to fucking slam that show hard.
If you can understand, like most other times we've reviewed anime, I'm always the one who's like, oh, this is good, and then Garv's like,
I'm like, no.
But there's so much extra things that they can set up in Kimono Friends that, like, there can be so much to be explored, all the science behind all the friends
Honestly,
changing. And
I'm going to say that it does need a second season, because I watched that whole show after we do the episode on it. I will have watched it all twice, but there's so many goddamn unanswered questions in that fucking show. And I'm sure I'm just going to be repeating myself when we do the episode on that. But, like, there's so much shit that just goes unexplained.
Well,
like,
the one thing that must happen is to bring back the original director and the rest of the team, because the director, there's a big old controversy about him. The director made an episode 12.1 without the studio's acknowledgement, and he was removed from his position at the company because of that. And in turn, the internet went up in flames, and then the actual entire team behind Kimono Friends left to stand with the director.
God damn.
That is one of the reasons why it's in here, because it is so up in the air, even though it's such a popular anime, especially in Japan.
Yeah, it is huge, and that's what made me like watch the show in the first place. Like, was because I saw all sorts of fan art and like smut, and I was like, man, what is this show? And I went and looked it up, and like did a reverse image search or something, and like found it, and I was like, and then I watched it on Crunchyroll, and I was like, that's not good.
Please subscribe.
Why is everyone making art of this? What?
It's a baffling show that I want to see more of with the original team, because that original team put so much love and effort into that little show that you wouldn't expect. That I don't think it would feel right.
Bad.
It's not. Shut up. We talk about that at the podcast. So, anything else to say related to needing a new season and not your personal connections with the show?
I do think that a second season will be interesting, but that is like a really good point about how like it might not actually get one. I would if there was a second season, I would watch it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It wouldn't be like Dragon Ball Super, where I watch it like fucking like every night, every like Saturday night at 9 p.m. I'm
Guess
like,
what?
leave me the fuck alone. It's Dragon Ball time.
I'm literally gonna be doing that if Kimono Friends got a new season. Like,
you'll
what
probably
I do
have to
with Love
remind me
Live.
when like new episodes are
Oh,
up.
absolutely. I'll just send you screenshots. You'll be like, damn, dude, I forgot.
That's probably what'll happen.
Yeah. Garb, do you have another show that you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, this one's kind of on your list, but
God
you
damn
got
it.
me to watch Konosuba. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
didn't I mention this like at the very
Yeah,
beginning?
you
of this?
did. But you can. We briefly talked about it. Go for it.
But fucking Konosuba is so good. It's so
Yeah.
funny, and I love all the characters.
Except
And-
for what's her face, Aqua. She's garbage.
Yeah,
She's the
Well,
worst
I mean,
girl.
she fits her role as like.
Yeah.
There has to be a trash waifu.
Yeah,
like,
we
that's
know.
That's
statistically speaking, if you have more than 2 waifus, one's bound of them to be trash.
Yeah, exactly. Like
But-
that's if one show cannot exist, if there's for every waifu there's an equal or opposite waifu.
Yeah, but like so, Konosuba, Garb talked about it a bit before. It has 2 seasons, and they're phenomenal. They're a great show. I would highly recommend anyone to watch it. But it just ends, and you're like, "Fuck, dude." But there is a chance that they're gonna get another season
Really?
because they're still releasing manga of it.
Don't
and
they,
they
do
might-
light novels? I thought.
Yeah, it is a light
Okay.
novel. But so they're still releasing stuff, so they might just be waiting for enough content to come out that they could start production or announce it at least. Just because you would much rather have enough stuff to work with to fill an entire another season.
Yeah,
But then again,
and not be like Dragon Ball, where like you end up 100 episodes on Planet Namek about to explode just because the manga hasn't caught up.
yeah, that's like, and also there might just not be big enough demand for a season 3, which
I don't
happens
think
to a
it's
lot
super
of
huge.
which happens to a lot of shows, especially like smaller, not big shows that are like published in Show and Jump all the time. Like the only like real shows that I've watched that have had more than a couple seasons are all shonen anime.
Yeah.
Like, cause except for Love Live, I guess, but like that's a very special exception.
Well,
to
Witch
that.
Academia.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, that one's kind of new, but I mean, that's also Studio Trigger, which like gets my dick rock
which-
hard.
I know it does. So, that's
Speaking, oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Speaking
you
of
go.
light novels, since we mentioned that a second ago, No Game, No Life.
I've
It's
never
probably
seen it.
never going to get a second season.
Never seen it. Please tell us about
You've
it.
never seen it?
Nope.
Oh, it's so good. We have to do an episode on that. It's so fucking good, dude. Like, the light
remember all
novels
those-
are cool, but like all the effects and color in the show, and like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna make you listen to the opening right now.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
put Vinny Bud
no. Okay, we're gonna cut it here, and I'll be back after a sec. Thank you.
I mean,
Garb, you can't be doing this in the middle of a fucking recording.
yes, I can.
God damn it, you slut.
It's not like they can hear.
Yeah, but I'm gonna insert some of this shit in. You know it. I'm gonna be yelling at you.
Hold on, you
God.
need to listen to it. It's so good.
God damn it.
I can't find it.
God, can we cut back and not do that? Do it later.
Okay, fine.
Okay, welcome back. Garb's bad at this and couldn't even find the opening, which he was trying to show me.
I found it. I just
Shut
didn't
up!
link
No,
it yet.
no, stop it. We're not doing it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about another show that I think is one of the best shows of the last couple of years, which is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which
Oh, fuck yeah.
we are actually doing an episode for very soon. Which
Yeah, in the near future.
I am so pumped for because I just rewatched it quite literally yesterday. And
Such a good show, dude.
and I've read the manga, so there's enough. I'm pretty sure there would be enough for another season, and they're still releasing stuff once again. And it's such a wholesome show and such a weird, unique concept
And
that
it's so fun.
can be expanded on. And there are like even characters that were in like the area of what they drew from for the anime in the manga that there are like unused characters for, and like unused plot points. So they can still draw from that reservoir while still making sure it makes sense. And the show itself isn't too heavily plot driven besides the introduction of
no.
different characters.
It keeps moving, like the plot keeps going and stuff keeps happening, but like it's about the journey, not
Yeah,
the
for sure.
destination or
Like-
the rate at which you get there.
I really, really enjoy it, and I've been listening to the ending actually
Yeah, it's a good.
for a lot of my
We
time.
are fucking
the last-
weebs, dude.
I
Good
know we
lord.
are. Shut up. I know I am.
The Dragon Maid like has kind of a special place in my heart because like I remember like catching it, like finding out about it very early on. I think like episode 5 or something.
Yeah.
And then like because I saw a lot of fan art and stuff on like Tumblr and Twitter.
What a surprise!
And
That's the
I
only
was
reason
like,
God
man, this
watches
looks really
anime.
good. Yeah. Well, I mean, like if something resonates with you, I mean, why not go watch more stuff? And I found it, and then I was like, wow, this is really good, you know? And
Yeah.
I remember, like, every new episode, like, a new character, like, whenever a new character was introduced, there'd be all sorts of new fan art, like, on my Tumblr timeline. And I was like, yeah, that makes me really happy. So, like, I don't know. It just made me feel good to feel like a part of that community.
I absolutely love that show, and I actually watched it as soon... Because I heard it was very good, but I didn't have enough draw to it, so I watched it as soon as the last episode came out. I actually binged it that entire day.
Yeah.
So it's just such a wholesome show and a unique concept, like I've said before, that it would work as another season. Just easy and simple. Everyone would eat it up, and there's just no... Well, there are some downsides, you know, production costs, studio needing to make it and whatnot, but still... I think there would be enough positive reception and more sales that could get it out. The one thing I don't know
Because the first
yet,
season did pretty damn well, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I want to see if they've released any discs yet, which is actually one of the or like DVDs, because
Or like Blu-rays, yeah.
because Blu-rays, like right now, basically tell you if a show will get a sequel or not, because it's very based on sales and see how much profit that are still to be made, which I think there's a lot. I can't find any stats as of right now, but I'm assuming there's a decent amount. But
And like the figurines, like depending on how well those do.
absolutely, I need to get a couple of those figures.
I do too. You're gonna get a bunch of fucking Love Live ones,
Dude. I don't need your sass right now. Okay, that show about lesbians singing together gives me so much joy, and makes me smile all the time.
I've only seen episode 1, by the way, of Love Live.
I know.
And I thought it was okay.
Well, guess what? You were watching the first episode. You need to watch more, where more characters are introduced. But it's still good. Still good.
I got to see Nozomi.
Nozomi. Small. Do you have another one that you want to talk about? Because I have one.
Not off the top of my head. Go ahead. Go.
This is a show that I am for certain Garb has not seen. It is Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls, which is a very fan servicey show, I will add.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, but it's just...
Why we think fan service is fine.
It's okay. But I keep saying... That's the one thing I need to stop doing, saying but all the time.
I honestly didn't notice.
I say it when I listen to all the recordings. I realize
I bet there's
say
shit like
but
that
so much.
that I do too, where I probably say...
It's so annoying for me just to hear myself
Hear
say
your
the
own.
same words over again, and I'm like, ah! That's my new ringtone right there.
Your screams are so good.
I
like
try.
the Zapdos scream. Zapdos scream.
That just
Can
screams
you
great.
just play it real quick?
Who's that Pokemon? It's Zapdos!
There it is. You just heard it.
It's so good.
Good job. So, Monster Musume is basically a show about this one guy who is stuck with different monster girls in his house because he won't say no, and the boss is like, you get to get all these girls now, and he's like, God damn it. And it's a comedy. It's a comedy, which is honestly one of the funniest things I've watched in
Is it
anime.
kind of, sort of, like, in the same vein as Konosuba?
A little bit more boobs and more like sexual shit like that.
I mean, really, Darkness was the only one that was, like, sexual in... Well, I mean, aside from Kazuma.
Kazuma, but
Kazuma, yes, that's me.
that's such a good bit. And Monster Musume itself is, once again, still releasing manga. It is, and I've read it, and there's so much material left that, like, I think they only drew from, like, some very early chapters, which it's it's up to I think around like 40 something now, which is a sizable amount, especially for not very widely like published one. But it has enough. I think it has enough of a cult following that it could be successful, especially with just like a normal second season. And did they release an OVA for it? Because they released one in 2016. So there's still some semblance of popularity with what it could have, but oh wait, the second part of the OVA was released April 13th, 2017, which it can still, I feel that it still works well enough that it could work. Well, God, I'm so bad at words.
You haven't seen Panty and Stocking, right?
No, I have not.
Panty and Stocking has one season.
Oof.
And it ends on a cliffhanger too. Hangs on like a really big cliffhanger, and it's such a good show. I love it so much, and it is a shame that we may never get another season. And it's made by like the same studio that did Gurren Lagann, which you haven't seen yet either, which that'll change. But
Penny and Stocking is also almost 8 years old at this point.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't keep my hopes up for that one, which I'm not here to be like, but it's most likely not going to happen, which is sad for shows that people like to watch.
It's just so good, man.
Yeah.
I'm really sad. That's like Panty and Stocking's definitely in like my top 10 favorites.
Yeah. Well,
it's a shame.
Is there any other shows that you want to talk about? Because I covered basically everything that I wanted to say.
I mean, One Punch Man, but that got confirmed.
Yeah, One Punch Man's coming in 2018, as far as I remember. So, I'm excited for that. And it's a good show.
Don't we already like have a plan to do One Punch Man?
We should, because I seriously enjoy that show, and it's in the OP for the.
Yeah, we're gonna do that episode.
Yeah, way later, but still. We do have it on the docket, and if anything, it'll be pushed up more because I really loved One Punch Man.
One Punch.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
it is fun.
It is a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure I haven't read the manga for this. Surprise, the first one of ever that we've talked about on this. That hasn't been something I've read, but it's so popular. Like. Well, it is being released. I don't know why I'm trying to make a case for it. But
I remember like even non-anime watchers like talking about
I know
Man.
a bunch of people who are like, I don't watch anime, but they're like, oh, have you seen One Man Punch? And I'm like, it's One Punch Man, but yeah, I've seen it.
Or My Hero Academia. A lot of like non-anime watchers have been really into that. I
fucking love My Hero Academia, but that is like getting a new season.
That's gonna get like 1 million new seasons.
Oh, and
it's fucking shonen.
I'm so ready though, because the manga, no fillers yet.
We're almost to the forest arc. Like the next season is gonna start with the forest arc.
Yeah, I know. Are you happy? I'm happy.
I'm fucking stoked.
I think that is it for this.
Yeah,
this
I can't think of anything else, and I don't want this to like drag on too long. But this is fun.
This is a good little thing that I hope you all enjoy, because we just enjoy talking about random shit, and we can sometimes just get on long-ass tangents about whatever we feel like. But that was the first iteration. We're not going to number these.
Of
the little baby show that we talk about random whatevers with. Hope you had a good time. I've been Chuck.
I'm Grub, and I had a good time too.
Well, I would hope so, because that would be bad if you didn't.
I actually hate you behind the scenes.
Okay, hate you.
I beat you.
Goodbye. I love you all. I hate you.
I hate your face. I hate your family.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Shit, I wanted to meme, but I forgot what meme I wanted to go with.
Okay, whatever. We're done. We've cut this off. Oh, I cut this off a while ago.